If you invest in ETFs in Australia, there's a good chance you've been making a tax mistake without even realizing it. And it all comes down to one confusing document most investors don't even look at, your AMIT statement. Because buried inside the statement is a small adjustment that can quietly change your cost base every single year. Ignore it and you could end up paying far more capital gains tax than you should. Or worse, reporting the wrong numbers to the ATO and getting an audit letter. So in this video, I want to explain how you calculate AMIT cost-based adjustments, how this is quietly catching out so many Aussie investors, and how you can avoid attracting unwanted attention from the ATO at tax time. Hi, I'm Navar. I'm the founder of Navexa, a platform that's processed thousands of capital gains tax reports for Aussie investors, and I wrote the algorithms that handle all these AMIT cost-based adjustments behind the scenes. So let's start with the document this all comes from. Your AMIT or AMMA statement. If you've been investing in ETFs for a while, you've probably seen it show up at the end of financial year. Most people open it and glance at it and then move on with their life. But inside that statement are two line items that directly affect your capital gains. One is cost-based increase and two is cost-based decrease. And if you're not applying these properly, your numbers will be wrong. So let's break it down. We'll look at a simple example of a cost-based increase. First of all, you buy 10 shares at $10, giving you a total cost base of $100. And a year later, you get your AMIT statement. It shows a $5 cost base increase. Now, this is the part most people miss. That $5 doesn't just sit on its own. It actually changes your original purchase. So your cost base is no longer $100, it's now $105. Now imagine you sell those shares for $100 some point in the future. If you ignore the AMIT adjustment, you'd think you bought for 100, you sold for 100, no gain, no loss. But that's absolutely wrong because your real cost base is $105. So this is actually a $5 capital loss. Now let's have a look at a multiple parcel example because most people don't just buy once, you buy a few times over time. So let's say your first purchase is 8 shares at $67.15, so a total of $537.20. Your second purchase is 15 shares at $68.53, giving you a total of $1,027.95, or total shares 23. Now you receive your AMIT statement and it shows a $6 cost base increase. Here's how you apply it. Step 1, spread the adjustment across all the shares. So $6 divided by 23, that's about 26 cents per unit. I'm rounding this slightly to keep it simple. Step 2, add that to each parcel. So now your prices become the first parcel about $67.41 and the second parcel about $68.79. And that means the cost base of every unit you own increases. So when you sell, especially if you're using FIFO, you're using these updated numbers, not the original ones. Now, cost-based decrease is the opposite, so we'll flip it. Same starting point, 10 shares at $10, giving us a cost base of $100, but this time your AMIT statement shows a $5 cost base decrease. So instead of adding, we subtract. So now your cost base becomes $95. Now if you sell for $100, remember we didn't break even, you actually made a $5 capital gain. So let's go back to our 2 parcel example. Remember 8 shares at $67.15 and 15 shares at $68.53. We get a $6 cost base decrease. So remember step 1 is $6 divided by 23 shares, still about 26 cents per unit. Step 2, this time we subtract it. So now the prices become about $66.89 and $68.27. So now your cost base is lower, which means your future capital gains will be higher. But what happens over multiple years? And this is where investors get caught out because this doesn't happen once. It happens every single year. So let's walk through it slowly. You start with an $100 cost base. End of year 1, you get a $5 cost base increase. So now $100 becomes $105. Year 2, another AMIT statement. This time, a $3 cost base increase. Now remember, you do not go back to the original 100, you apply it to the updated number. So now $105 becomes $108. Year 3, you get a different adjustment, a $2 cost base decrease. So now $108 becomes $106. So after 3 years, your cost base is $106, not $100. And here's why that matters, because let's say you sell for $110 at some point in the future. Most investors think that's a $10 gain. But as we've seen, the real gain is $4. So that's a huge difference from small adjustments most people don't even notice. But there is one more layer to this, and this is where it gets really tricky. Because in real life, you're not usually just buying once. You might be buying into a stock or ETF every year. So let's walk through that. Year 1, you buy your first parcel. That parcel gets its first AMIT adjustment at the end of the year. Year 2, you buy a second parcel. End of year 2, parcel 1 gets adjusted again. Parcel 2 gets adjusted for the first time. Year 3, you buy a third parcel. End of year 3, another AMIT adjustment. Parcel 1 gets adjusted for the third time. Parcel 2 gets adjusted for the second time. And parcel 3 gets adjusted for the first time. And this keeps going year after year. So by year 5, parcel 1 adjusted 5 times, parcel 2 adjusted 4 times, parcel 3 adjusted 3 times, parcel 4 adjusted 2 times, and parcel 5 adjusted once. Every single year. Every parcel you already own keeps getting adjusted again and again, which means your oldest parcels have the most adjustments baked into them. And if you're dollar cost averaging into ETFs every month, you're basically creating a tracking nightmare because this stacks across every single parcel. And this is where things get really dangerous. Because when you sell, especially under FIFO, you're usually selling your oldest parcels first, which are also the most heavily adjusted. So if you've been ignoring AMIT adjustments, these parcels are the most wrong. And that's where the biggest tax errors show up. This is why small adjustments turn into massive problems, because it's not just one adjustment applied once. It's multiple adjustments applied repeatedly across multiple parcels over many years, and it compounds quietly in the background until one day you sell. And the uncomfortable truth, if you've been investing in ETFs for a while and you haven't been applying these adjustments, means your cost base is definitely wrong, which means your capital gains calculations will be wrong and your tax reporting so far will be wrong. And yes, fixing it means going back and applying these adjustments properly. And the reality of doing this manually is you can do all of this in a spreadsheet, but once you have multiple parcels, multiple years, multiple adjustments, throw a stock split and some sales in the mix, it gets complicated extremely quickly and small mistakes turn into massive ones. And this is exactly why I built Navaxa. So instead of doing all this manually, you can input your AMIT statements each year, have the adjustments applied automatically, and generate accurate capital gains reports. So you know your numbers are correct without second guessing everything. If you found this helpful, give the video a like and subscribe. It helps more investors understand this stuff and avoid getting caught out at tax time. And I'll see you on the next one.